do I? All right. I was live in a different account. I just logged on into a. Now I'm actually on my Digital Bananas account. I don't know how many people know me, but okay, there's nobody watching now. There was somebody watching my Galaxy V Studio One. I don't know. I can't get my two YouTube channels straight. Oh, got my one. Thank you. Is this someone? Were you on my other account or? I don't know. Anywho, all I want to do is talk about Skype because it's all I do all the time. I want to get everybody Skype ready for your interviews. Are you going to be interviewed soon for a show? Maybe. A lot of success with the smartphones. COVID times, people need entertained. I said this wasn't for kids, but I don't really know what the rules are now. I'm going to keep it very friendly. So if your kids are like, ooh, who's this weird guy with glasses? I'll listen to what he has to say. Trust me, everything out of my mouth is going to be, hey, Steve. Everything I'm going to say is going to be PG. So if your kids are listening, don't worry. But I wanted to test this screen recording while I'm Skyping because if it works, and it looks good, and it sounds okay, which it may not because I'm going off of a camera mic. I'm not even looking at the webcam right. But it would be a good way for me to possibly share some videos on how to get ready for your Skype call, your Skype interviews, things to keep in mind. Things that I'm not remembering to tell people in the emails are to just look at the window with yourself in the upper corner every once in a while, make sure you're centered up. I mean, you can't technically move around, just kind of check on yourself. I mean, I don't know. Ideally, you just you want to get comfortable and make sure that wherever you're comfortable, you're kind of centered. I feel I'm kind of centered. I guess this is ideal. I got a floor lamp kind of in the shot. You can kind of see it in the reflection. These are nice because it seems like the webcams are real sensitive. We've tried hot lights, like bright lights in the studio with a webcam. At one point, one of the participants on I don't even know if I'm allowed to say anybody's names. I don't know. But one of the participants in one of our shows was still coming into the studio briefly because we had not gotten her set up yet via home. And when she did, we did one setup with a computer in there using studio lights, and it couldn't be too bright because the webcam just blew it out. It was just way too bright. This is really soft. I think there's only one bulb in this floor lamp, and I mean, maybe I could do another one, I'm not sure, but it just seemed like we really had to dim the lights down really low. Windows seem to be great, but windows are best with some diffusion, with blinders that that you can kind of twist the knob and kind of play with, not closed all the way, but just kind of cracked open a little bit. Curtains are great. Windows can be tricky because they can, like I said, too much can blow out your image. And if it's a cloudy day and the sun's peeking in and out, it could affect. So, I mean, it'll affect your shot. I mean, the webcam will adjust, and people are forgiving right now. Suspension of disbelief. When you go to the theater, that they're acting. I mean, people, this is for real. I mean, we know people are talking about real things, but people are forgiving in that sense that if, like, let's say I pause for a second, but you hear my audio kind of continue, but maybe I'm just kind of frozen, but then it catches up with itself at some point. I think the folks at home are going to be like, all right, I'm fine with that, but whatever. But having said that, though, it does seem that the more I communicate to people some ideas and what to keep in mind, there have been a number of occasions where we have dropped their laptop or computer. Drop meaning we've decided we cannot give the signals not coming in. Sometimes they have a hard time even logging in to Skype. And we just use the Meet Now feature where you click the link, and if you're on a computer and you have Chrome, we really push for Chrome. Chrome seems to be the friendliest and the best way if you're on a desktop or laptop computer. I guess it kind of depends. Some of these new books, like the Chromebooks, the little HP books, I guess those are more tablet-based. If they're a laptop that's more tablet-based and they need the app, yeah, you'll need the app. You won't need a Skype account, but you will need the app so that when you click the link, the app will open. Ta-da! And if you're in the room, that's the thing too I like about the Meet Now feature. It's allows you to become a part of the conversation, join it without anybody admitting you into a room. It's okay if you're there by yourself. When we do the show, if we're on another Meet Now call, we can't be on two at the same time. So sometimes people will be there by themselves, and we'll get messages and emails say, "Hey, I'm in here. It says I'm the only person. Is that okay?" And I have put in the emails right now that there is a section that does talk about that. That says if you join and you're the only person in the conversation, no problem. Hang tight. I almost want to say grab a margarita or get your favorite Diet Coke ready and just hang tight, and that's your time to hang and chill. I just want to, in a general sense, if this, if people come across this video, and I know I can just reference these videos when I tell, like when we're doing our testing on Wednesdays, I can refer to people to my Digital Bananas page to listen to some things I'm talking about. But in terms of, I think I was just going to start talking about the success stories. Is Direct Ethernet is helpful. We went without Direct Ethernet for 1 week, and it was like, like an explosion going off. It was just like one of these, what do we do? It was hard because the week before we seemed to have good success going off of Wi-Fi with the laptop. But looking back on it, if you want to do one of your own home shows and you can send your audio video out of your laptop, or you're able, like I'm testing the screen recording right now. If this works, I mean, as long as you can figure out a way to do, was this view, enter full screen? Does that work? Oh, can I make that go away? Can I make that go away? How do I make my chat go away? Hi, chat. Let's send. Custom. Wow, that's not technically full screen. But I guess I could do QuickTime videos, or actually grab a better camera and make these videos, which I'm sure I will at one point. I'm just trying to live and look and breathe in this live stream world, just watching, because my standard is different than some of my colleagues right now. Some things that I see that I would say is sharp and good, I've heard like, oh, that does not look great. And I'm like, well, I mean, the connection's strong. Yeah, sometimes it's not a great webcam when the connection's strong, but at this point, in my brain, I'm just thinking, connection, that's the most important part. So I'm probably going to routinely try to do more of these just because I know there's people out there who are bored and looking for something to do, and I'm just telling people to get Skype ready. I'm going to go ahead and see how this webcam or this screen video ended up looking. Happy Skyping, streaming. Skype's free if you are trying to test if you are able to do Skypes and do a screen recording where you're able to get like a nice clean recording with no, I guess I could try it too, but let me know what kind of success people are having out there with doing this at home. Because technically you can, do your own at-home shows, and I guess we're not all on the same page. We've got a lot more. We've got a much more sophisticated system here than I'm sure anybody has at their house, but I am going to try to test some things along the way as far as like, if people could record their. Now I have on our laptop out there, you can do a recording while you're Skyping. It's like kind of like what I'm doing right now, and I guess I'll just need to check out to see. Actually, I guess I could take a look at it right now while I'm exit full screen mode. So if I stop that and I watch it, it's doing it. I don't know if it's going to work. Can I get full screen? Can I get a full screen? Can I get full screen? No, you can't. Participants? Nobody. Hey, one participant. Is the one participant just me? Can I type? Okay, good. All right, I should probably check. Wait a minute. Okay, all right. Oh, I'm not logged into Digital Bananas. Holy moly, and stream. That's not bad. So you could use like your DSLR, do like a screen recording. Anyway. All right. Oh my goodness. Quick. All right. Sorry, that was all live, and I was just watching that. I mean, it worked for the most part. So I could upload that video if that's helpful. I should be a professional about this and actually edit the videos professionally. It's Friday right now. I'm not going to do any of that right now. I tell you what, people, if I get in here early, I mean, I do have some time. I am working on some projects. I am kind of losing some time though, because I'm not going to stay here. I'm definitely not staying here past 9 p.m. on a Friday. But ideally, I'd be leaving at 8:30. But I'm just going to do some paperwork, because paperwork can involve, we do invoices on computers now. So I don't know how other people are doing out there with the whole, I know if anybody's wondering, like, what are other people doing in their work environments? We are wearing masks. We have hand sanitizer and wipes in a lot of locations, so we can just hand sanitize where we touch and where we go. We just do it for the most part, because it just, I mean, I don't know. Everyone's got their own design, and so it can be kind of fun. It should be fun. I don't know. So that's, I know there's a lot of question marks out there, but I just think, people, I guess we'll find out a lot more as we, as the economy opens back up. But I think a lot of the worst has happened during a time where we just didn't know what was going on. But I guess the only thing I'll say is, there's a lot of people out there that are like, look, I go to work too, and we're safe about it. But there are people out there that are just thinking this is a conspiracy, and that they're going to, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you find somebody who has it and is suffering from it, maybe then you'll take it more. I mean, I'm not trying to say people aren't taking it seriously, but it does sound like there are people out there that are like, open back up, but I don't want to wear a mask. And it's like, well, if you want to open back up right now, we're better off with a mask right now, just because there's some question marks. Not as many. I mean, there's what is that? Remy, there's a drug now that they're saying can condense the time so you don't have to be as sick as long with the COVID-19. Remivir, I'm going to say it's wrong. That's not how you say it. Or it starts with an R, I think. But Dr. Fauci approved it. But so pluses along the way. We're going to be able to, for me, we my wife's best friend is a nurse, so we get some info firsthand that other people maybe don't. Some people maybe do have family who are a nurse, but just still are people are gonna believe and read and believe what they believe. So we just kind of go off of what she says. And right now she seems pretty adamant that Indianapolis is a good spot to open up, not when everybody else was in Indiana. She's been seeing a little bit of the numbers going down at where she's working, but it does seem as though there is a little bit of an anxiousness to see if that actually stays, especially when you see and I guess what I'm getting at is you see photos of people hanging out and videos of people hanging out, and I just keep what I keep thinking is like, well, as long as people know each other and they're communicating with each other, like, have you been sick? What are your symptoms the past couple of weeks? There is the little bit of problem with everyone outside of Indianapolis being open and Indianapolis not, and people outside of Indianapolis traveling into Indianapolis and in and out, and it's amazing to me how much spread based on travel and I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, let's just hope that the next few months go by and it's like, oh, okay, now that we know what has happened, we can be more cautious about it. I mean, even not handshaking, and and I'm just suggesting the mask just because it's like it really could lead to lower numbers. It could. I mean, I read a story about someone who got sneezed on, a bus driver, and ended up getting it. I can't remember I think he survived, because it was one of those articles I think post after talking about it, and I don't know, but it just, I don't know, it's I don't know, better safe than sorry. It just seems like there's a lot of question marks out there. A lot of people are having a hard time figuring out where to go to for resources. And for here, we hand sanitize, we wash, washing our hands seems to be the number one thing, washing our hands. That I don't think anybody can disagree with. We need to wash our hands. It's helped me not get sick for the last few years. And I also I haven't really done a whole lot of handshaking last few years too, because I have kind of noticed these articles over the years, health professionals, doctors talking about how the fist bump when you're sick is a good idea. And so it's like, well, then I started thinking about like, well, how do other people know when they're sick, or maybe they're just not letting me know. What if I just commit more to the fist bump? And I feel like it's helped me stay not get as sick. And so I know people want to talk about the flu numbers. Well, those are flu numbers based on, when we didn't lock down the economy. And we also have flu numbers on top of these COVID numbers. Is there an overlap? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of discussion about that. But as far as I know, they're trying to keep the numbers separate. As far as so anyway, I talk about some of this stuff just because I work in PBS world, and I listen to a lot of I'm lucky to be a part of a lot of different interviews where we talk to a lot of different people about business, about health, about the state of our economy in Indiana. Inside Indiana Business covers all things business throughout the state of Indiana. And of course, the number one focus now is COVID. And one of the main reasons I'm here talking about doing this now is just because I'm in Skype mode. I'm in Zoom mode, whatever. And I'm not the only one helping with it. I can't do all this by myself. But I'm just trying to help communicate to people out there on the consumer client end. The smartphones are working. Keep Skype, keep Zoom on your phones, and I don't know for us here if we're going to move on to Zoom at some point. We might, because if we ever do something where we need more than 4 people, it's going to be a no-brainer. Like, even if it's for Inside Indiana Business, we're just probably going to say let's Zoom it. Let's Zoom it. We're going to Skype it, Zoom it, Teams it, go to it. What's the Google one? Meet with it, OBS it. And with that note, the stream's done. Happy going bananas. I hope anything I say is useful. It's right now just kind of like, this is like a daily journal thing I'm trying to do. So, and check out, I guess, my other page, because I did something with this guy over there, and he just really loves Skype. So he's I just want to talk to everybody. So anyway, I got nothing planned for him. So I'd love to do some Skype videos with Batman, because it would be funny. But anyway, it's Friday. I'm going to get some invoices done. Happy everything, everybody. Stay safe. Be healthy. If you got to go bananas, just, I guess, stay safe. I don't know. I got nothing. Peace out.